Hello students, this is your English teacher Dr. Kumari Anjali, welcoming you all in St. Michael's C learning classes. Students, it's your first class of English in class 11. So before we start, I'd like to convey to you that there are two books prescribed for you. These two books are Hornbill and Snapshot. Apart from these two books, students, you have to do reading section, writing section, and of course grammar. We will do everything one by one, part by part. Today we will start with a poem, and the name of the poem is A Photograph, written by Shirley Tolson. The name of the poem is A Photograph, written by Shirley Tolson. First of all, we will know about the poet. The poet was born in England, and she was very much influenced by her father, who was also a writer. And it was just because of her interest in her father's piece of writing that she took up the career of writing. She took up writing as her career, and she started writing. Her two works, especially Celtic Alternative and Celtic Air, became name fame for her. She became famous. And here in this poem we find that she is trying to arise our emotions, our feelings, and of course she is at her best. You can say as a poet she has done justice. And now we will start with the poem, students. First of all, we will go to the title. The title of the poem is A Photograph. Students, title of any piece of literature, any piece of writing, like article, like paragraph, like poem, like story, is the soul of that particular work of literature. It is generally said that a title must be pinpointed, eye-catching. A title must proclaim the central idea of the poem. And when we go through the poem, when you go through the poem, students, you will certainly find that the title is very much justified to the central idea of the poem. Students, the word photograph is very much known to you, and here when we start, we will find lot of things there related to it. Actually, photograph, it has its own story. Every photograph has its own story, its own sweet memories, its moments, and every photograph takes us to past. And here the same is happening. What happens with poet? We'll see. Actually, the poem is a tribute. The poem is poet's tribute to her mother, a loving mother. The poet wants to tell that when she looks a photograph, when she sees a photograph that is having a frame, the frame is of cardboard. The frame is of cardboard. It means the poem is talking about those days when the people didn't have mobile phone, modern gadgets, of course. Today we are residing in a modern technical world, modern scientific world, and of course we are having, especially when we talk about the modern gadgets, we can talk about mobile phones, social networking sites. All the time we are having selfies, as you people are having also selfies and taking snaps and sharing with others. But when we think about past, when people didn't have mobile phones, they used to capture their sweet memories in camera. With the help of camera, they used to capture their memories. Here, these cameras used to produce photographs, and photographs were generally kept in albums, and sometimes they were hanged on the wall after being framed. So here the poem will narrate to you something that is really very emotional, very touching. Now you students, we find the poet when she looks at the photograph, she finds three girls are there. The middle one is the oldest, she is the tallest among three. She is her mother, the middle one is her mother, and she is of 12 years old. The other two girls are there, Dolly and Betty, and they are her cousins, and they are there with her. These three had gone for a beach holiday, for a picnic, for enjoying a picnic. When they reached there, they started enjoying. They were doing paddling. Paddling is what? That is walking. So these three girls were on a holiday. They were on the beach. They started paddling, walking on water, playing with water, and these three girls are posing for camera. The uncle is there, uncle of course, mother is there, and he is capturing their happiest moment. These girls with their open hair enjoying the moment. Now the poet is telling that in just after 30 years, what will happen? The mother will look at this photograph. The mother would look at the photograph and she would certainly make her see the photograph. She will ask her daughter, just see the photograph. Look, my cousins, just look at me, my cousins, we are enjoying our happiest moment. At that moment, the poet is telling that at that moment she is recalling her mother's laughter. She is recalling the mother's smiling face. How much happy she was. No doubt, she has lost those moments. She can recall that moment, no doubt, but she has lost now. The days have gone already, but still she is enjoying. But there is a pain residing there in her heart that she will never enjoy the moment again in her life. This is what the poem is. Now, the poet is also very sad. Why? The mother is no more. The mother is no more, and both the mother and daughter, they are happy, they are sad at the same moment. How? The mother is happy, she is becoming happy when she sees her old photograph, enjoying at beach. The daughter is happy after seeing the laughter of the mother, the smiling face of the mother. But at the same time, both are sad because the mother is unable to enjoy the same moment in her life, and the girl is sad because she is unable to see her mother's smiling face again, because she has lost her mother. The mother is no more now. Now after seeing the photograph, she can remember her mother, she can recall the memories, the sweet memories related to her mother, but she can't talk to her, she can't meet her, she can't enjoy her laughter. This is what the poem is, and the poet wants to say that the death has made her mother silent, and of course the silence of the mother, the death of the mother silenced the poet also. Now students, I will explain to you line by line. You see here, I will read for you. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. Cardboard, you know, the frame of the photograph that is made up of cardboard. Shows me. Who is me here? The poet. How it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. Each one holding one of my mother's hand. It means three girls are here. The mother is there. The poet's mother is here, and her two cousins are also there with her. They went for what? For paddling. Paddling means walking on water. Means they had gone to beach for enjoying. And see the big girl, some 12 years or so. excuse me. So students, you see that these three girls are here. They are enjoying their sweet moments at beach. The mother is at the age of 12. She is in the middle. She is the oldest one. She is the tallest one among these all three girls, and two are her cousins. So now the poet is telling that when she sees the photograph that is having a frame of cardboard, there she found three girls in the photograph. The middle one is her mother, and both of her cousins, they were holding the hand of her mother, and they are enjoying at the beach paddling there. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. So these three girls, they are posing for camera. They are smiling for camera. The uncle of her mother, he is just capturing their moment, and these girls, they have left their hair open, their wet hair open, and enjoying the moment. Carelessness is there. Carelessness you can find. They were so much happy at that moment that carelessness is there. A sweet face. Whose sweet face is here? Sweet face of mother. Whose mother? Poet's mother. A sweet face of mother is there. My mother's. Yeah, it is written here. That was before I was born. Of course, because mother was of 12 years old. That's why the poet is telling the moment was captured before she was born. And the sea. They were at the beach. That's why she is described here. Sea, which appears to have changed less with the passage of time. With the passage of time, the sea appears to have changed less. Was their terribly transient feet? Was their terribly transient feet? Terribly, which means extremely. It means very. Transient. Transient means that is for short time span. That is for that is not for permanent. That is temporary. So the poet is telling about whose feet the poet is talking. The poet is talking about the feet of mother, about cousins also, of course. So is telling the sea is washing feet of whom? The sea is washing feet of mother, and the mother is a human being. That's why she is a matter of decay. Now the mother is no more. It means she is destroyed. She is finished. That's why the poet has used the word terribly transient. Transient means what? It's not permanent. It is temporary. And the sea, that is permanent, it has changed less. It means personification is here, students. Here the poet is comparing and contrasting two dissimilar things, sea and human being. He is telling sea is permanent. It is not a matter of decay. You can say sea stands for eternity. She stands for eternity. She stands for immortality. But human beings are not immortal. They are mortal beings. A matter of decay. They decay with the passage of time. Here the poet wants to convey to you the same fact. Now again I will repeat it to you in Hindi. Actually the poet Shirley Chalmers, इन्होंने इस कविता में एक फोटोग्राफ के बारे में जानकारी देते हुए कहा है कि उस फोटोग्राफ को देखकर मैं अपनी माँ के बारे में, अपनी पुरानी मेमोरीज, स्वीट मेमोरीज के बारे में रिकॉल करती हूँ। मुझे याद आती है वो अच्छे दिन जब मेरी माँ 12 साल की थी और बीच पर अपनी 2 कजिन्स के साथ एंजॉय कर रही थी। वो कैमरे के लिए पोज दे रही थी और ऐसे समय में उनके पैरों को कौन धो रहा था? समुद्र, सागर, सी धो रहा था। और वो जो सी था यहाँ पोएट का कहना है कि सी तो आज भी है, परमानेंट है, बट माई मदर इज नो मोर। मेरी माँ का फीट जो टच कर रहा था सी, वो आज है, बट मेरी माँ आज नहीं है। That's all for today, students. We will discuss another lines tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.